Over the last 3 years, I've been trying to progress as fast as possible. And in this video, I will share everything that I've learned so you can progress way faster than I did. A lot of men don't realize this, but your past experiences can help you progress a lot faster. When you're in your 30s and your 40s, you have one major advantage. You have life experiences. You might have this mindset that your past failures or experiences have nothing to offer because when you failed, you didn't achieve the things that you wanted or you felt like shit. So it would only be normal to think failures have nothing to offer because they didn't get you the results that you wanted. That's why a lot of people choose to ignore these experiences, and I did the same thing when my first business failed. But it's these experiences that are going to speed up your progress. Money can't buy this, and that's why we've got to take advantage of it. I know it sounds strange hearing that failing can help you to be successful because they're on the opposite sides. Failing's here, success is here. They don't really have a connection. Also in school and university and throughout life, you're told failing is a bad thing, but it can be very valuable to speeding up your progress. Let's imagine you're taking a driving test and then you failed and then you book another one straight away without knowing why you failed. What do you think will happen? You will end up making the same mistakes again and failing that same exam. That's why every time you fail your driving test, they tell you where you went wrong so you can improve and progress on to driving safely by yourself. In life, we don't have anyone to guide us, or we don't have to take an exam when we try doing something new, so we can end up making the same mistakes over and over again. That's why the first thing you must do if you want to progress with your life is stop and look at your past and look at all the things that cause you to fail or stop you from achieving the things that you wanted. This is something I wish I'd done when I set up my second business. When my first business failed, I was pissed, I was angry, I was upset, I was annoyed, and I just wanted to forget about it. So when I set up my second business, I thought my first business has nothing to offer me, it failed. What can I learn from that? All I did was make mistakes. So when I set up my second business, I totally ignored what I did on my first business, and guess what? That business failed also. If I had just taken some time to look at that first business, analyze why it failed, analyze my decisions, analyze my actions, I would have been able to make that second business work. But because I chose to ignore my past, I made the same mistakes again and that business didn't succeed. That's why it's so important you look at your past and learn from it. This will help you to progress so much faster in life because it will stop you making the same mistakes again. This can be applied to business, fitness, health, relationship, friendships. You can apply this rule of analyzing your past to make better decisions going forward. And it's something I'm constantly doing. If I'm not achieving the things I want during the week, I will look at my previous week and see what did I do, what distracted me, what decisions did I make that stopped me from achieving the things that I want. Then I make sure I'm constantly making changes to ensure that I'm always achieving the things that I need to achieve. When I looked into my past, I realized they were my habits, my actions, and my choices that caused me to fail and not achieve the things that I want. And in the last 3 years, I've been able to achieve more than the first 37 years of my life. Now, I could have either sat down and thought, oh, it's too late, it's not, things can't change, I've missed my opportunity. But instead, I use my past experience to help me to progress a lot faster. If you're in your 30s and 40s, take advantage of all the experiences you've had, learn from it, see what decisions held you back, see what caused you to fail, and then implement some changes so you can progress a lot faster. It will wake you up, and it made me realize how everything I did stopped me from achieving the things that I wanted. And once I realized it was me, I set about changing things. What took me 3 years, you can do in 6 months. I'll teach you everything that I know. I will create shortcuts so you can change in the fastest way possible. Your past is vital to your future success. and I don't want you to continue to make the same mistakes over again. So take advantage of it, learn from it, improve from it, implement some changes, and start to progress so fast that people can't even recognize you in the coming weeks and months. The second step that helped speed up my progress was consuming the right things. For so long, I had a fixed mindset. I believed only certain things were meant for certain people. I thought you had to have money to make money. I thought you had to be clever to make a business work. I thought I had bad luck. I thought so many things. I always thought I could only reach a certain level. Yes, I always dreamed of being rich, but inside it was fixed. And I believed deep down, when I really dug deep into my beliefs, I believed I can only achieve so much. But when I started to consume the right things, fucking hell, it blew my mind to see and actually think what was truly possible. The one book that I'm listening to all the time, well, not all the time, but I've probably listened to this book about 6 times already, is Think Rich and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is absolutely amazing. Let me just see if I can pull it up so you guys know which book to listen to. Think Rich and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That's the book. That book is an absolute game changer. It changed my mindset, it changed my thinking, it changed the way I believe, it changed my thought on money, what I believed was possible. It changed everything, and this is one of the books I would recommend you to read if you want to speed up your progress. If you believe something is not possible, or you've got that mindset you can't achieve a certain level of success or a certain level of money, then you need to listen or read this book, because it will change everything. It's truly changed my life and let me know what is possible. And once I listened to that book, I wanted to get on it. I wanted to do things. I wanted to change my life. That's why it's so important you start consuming the right things, because it will change how you behave, what you think is possible, and what you can achieve. You read the right books, it changes everything. It will definitely speed up your progress. Another thing you don't realize is books have wealth of information. In school, I thought books were just a waste of time, only there to learn formulas and really teach you about stuff you're never going to really use. But if you read the right book, you will be able to get 10, 20, 30 years of knowledge in a few hours. Just like we're learning from our own past experiences. Let's take advantage of other people's past experiences. Let's take advantage of successful people, all the things they've experienced, all the things they've done, all the things they've learned. Once we learn from that, consume it, and take advantage of it, we don't have to make the same mistakes, which speeds up our progress. I didn't see books like that. I saw books as a waste of time. But once I learned that books are full of experiences that will help speed up your progress, I'm trying to consume more books every month. Now, I hate reading. You also might hate reading as well. That's why I listen to audiobooks. One little tip, listen to the book at least 5 times. Every time you listen to the book, you will learn something new. If you listen to an audiobook once, you won't get much from it really, to be honest. I would say you'll probably be able to get 10%, but the second time you listen to it, you get about 30%. Third time, 40 to 50%. Fourth time, you might get 60%. Fifth time, you'll probably get about 80 to 90% worth of information from it. That's why I recommend you listening to a book at least 5 times. And if it's a great book and it motivates you, listen to it over and over again. There's nothing wrong with that. Think Rich and Grow Rich is one of my books I go to every 2 to 3 months just to help reset my mindset, reset my thinking, and it just keeps me on that right path. So if you start consuming the right things, it will speed up your progress. The third step to speeding up your progress is having clear goals. Let's say you currently have a job and you're earning 30k a month and your goal is to get to 50k a month. Now, if you know that number, you can start looking in the company you work in to see if there's any opportunities to get to 50k. If there is no other opportunities to help you get to that level, then you know you need to start applying for other jobs or learning new skills. If you just say to yourself you want to earn more money, that means nothing to your brain. That your brain doesn't know what to do with this information. But as soon as you put a number to something, everything becomes a lot more clear. You know what steps you need to take to progress in life. Let's say you want to earn 5k a month. You know that you've got that number, you can start researching jobs that will pay you 5k a month. Or what's even better, when you're setting these financial goals, make sub goals. So if you want to achieve 5k a month, first aim for earning your first 500. Once you've reached that goal, then you can aim for 1,000, then you can aim for 1,500, and then you can aim for 5k. If you have this goal of wanting to earn 5k a month and you don't reach it, it can kill your confidence, it can make you feel like you're never going to get there. But if you shrink your goals down a little bit, you can hit that goal, celebrate it, boost your confidence, and go on to the next goal. Step number 4 is tracking your progress. I heard this from another YouTuber. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. He was talking about your calories, but I'm talking about tracking your day. This is so important for your progress and your success. Now, I know keeping a diary or writing in a diary doesn't sound like the most masculine thing, but tracking your progress will help to see where you're slacking and where you're wasting time. Every night, I want you to take 15 minutes to review, I can't even say that word, review your day and see if you did the things that you said you would do. If you didn't, ask yourself why. And one of the main reasons people will say when they're reviewing their day is that they didn't have enough time. And I've got a fix for this. I want you to get a small little diary, just like this one. I cannot find. Give me 1 second. Just like this one, I want you to buy a little diary like this. And from the moment you wake up, I want you to write down what you did. And then every 30 minutes after that, I want you to write down what you're doing. Drinking coffee, watching Corn if you're doing that early in the morning. We definitely need to have a talk. Talking to friends, scrolling on your phone, talking to work colleagues, having lunch, having a midday snooze, scrolling on my phone, talking to other people. Whatever you're doing, every 30 minutes, write down what you're doing. Then you can look at where you're wasting your time. And all you have to do is cut out all those things throughout the day, and you will get back 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. Once you get back this time, you can use it to improve yourself and your situation. Even better, you can wake up 1 hour earlier every morning and just work on the things you need to do. You can complete the most important task as soon as you wake up, whether it's your fitness, your health, your self-improvement, your mindset, the way you look, whatever it is. If you do it first thing in the morning, you will feel so good, but also you will already feel like you've achieved something. Whether it's even just sending an email to a client or emailing different businesses, planning a YouTube script, whatever you want to do it first thing in the morning. Then you can continue to do things throughout the day. By the time it comes to 7 o'clock, you can achieve so much, and then you can just relax in the afternoon. When I did this, it made me realize how much time I was wasting throughout the day. If you want to get your time back, but also find more time in your life, start reviewing your day, start recording what you're doing, and it will help you to discover where you're wasting your time. Now, if you want to take this a step further, I would plan my day from the moment I get up till the moment I go to bed. I would plan everything from what I'm going to do to what I'm going to eat. And this will make you so efficient that you will be able to progress a lot faster in the coming weeks and months. The 5th step, and probably the most hardest step to speeding up your progress, is learning to say no. I was someone who always wanted to be liked by everyone. So I would say yes to everything, even if it cost me money, cost me time, even caused me pain. I would just say yes to please others. It's only when I learned the importance of learning to say no was when I was able to focus on myself and really progress with my life. I said no to friends, I said no to girls, and I even said no to family. Once you learn to say no to other people, you can start to focus on yourself. You may lose friends, your girlfriend may leave you, you may even upset a few people. But if you keep saying yes, you will never find the time to progress in your life. That's why you've got to learn to say no. No matter how much you want to say yes, you've just got to say no. But it's not just about saying no to your friends. It's also saying no to corn, scrolling on your phone, eating junk food, going out on the weekends, saying no to sugar, saying no to anything that is going to slow down your progress. Now, if you want to know how you can take your progress to the next level, then you need to click on this video.